from a timing perspective, did you feel like, build is going to take a long time versus buy? Is build really 2 to 3 times longer than buy, or should they be thinking about it differently?
Sure. Yeah. Again, these are great questions because it's again going back to kind of where the organization is at, right? So, for example, I could easily make the case that both, depending on the argument, could take the exact same amount of time, depending on the level of focus, investment, right, and what you're actually trying to accomplish, very easily. Because
Mm,
I through a couple, Todd knows this, that have run long to get to that end-to-end state that Todd was speaking to. Whereas I've been through a build process now that was about equal. The one reason that one may have been the same as the other is just the investment and the actual focus behind the organization to drive to the value points that were
yeah.
super incredibly important to arrive at the outcome that they wanted to achieve, right? There's other organizations where they're okay starting with one, seeing it bake, then doing the next, and that can apply to build or buy, et cetera, and that can elongate things. There's nothing wrong with that. There's other things that can come into play, like a merger and an acquisition or something else that's super huge that can derail these things at times, right? So the answer is it kind of depends, but if everything was being equal, right? Todd's got a good point in terms of the cost potentially for one might be a little lower, all things being equal. But in terms of the time, if the focus and the funding is there, they actually can be done relatively close to the same duration.